Welcome guys, back in the studio, Mike Newton, and we've got a new club review today. Just had a delivery of the new TaylorMade M2 Tour Iron. Okay, so obviously M2 range was released a few weeks ago with the drivers and the irons. They've now brought out a Tour version, which as most brands do, they bring out a more sort of smaller, more compact sort of version, which is probably more aimed at the mid to sort of low handicap, or maybe the more better player who wants that more compact look. So talk a little bit about the tech here. Obviously what we're getting in M2, we're still getting that speed slot at the bottom of the club, which is going to help with a bit of ball speed on low hits, and maybe also across the face on heel and toe shots. We've got this sort of it's like sort of supportive bars in a way on the back of the head, which you do get in the M2 iron. Obviously the M2 iron, these are pulled off the face. There's actually a gap underneath these bars from the face. On the Tour iron, they're actually on the face. So a little bit maybe more supportive in terms of making the face a bit thinner. They support it, more ball speed, etc. It's maybe sort of medium sole. It's not the thinnest sole in the world. The top edge is probably maybe more medium there, a little bit of offset. Again, it's in this sort of smoked sort of finish, which I really like. It's a nice sort of look there. So let's give it a hit. Let's hit some balls on the monitor. Let's get some numbers and see how it sort of performs. I've got this in a couple of degrees upright in the lie with a KBS stiff in it in a 1/2 inch long, which is pretty much my sort of spec here. So yeah, I mean, as I present that down by the golf ball, it looks really nice, to be honest. I mean, it's just that little bit of offset, but it's a very sort of simple looking club head. There's nothing too sort of wacky there. It's a really nice sort of shape. I like in that smoked finish on the club. I think that really frames the ball nicely, because where the grooves are is a little bit lighter than where and the smoke finish on the side, as you can see there. So this middle section is a lot lighter, which I think really frames the ball quite nicely. As I say, medium top edge there, but just sits really nice. I like the look of that. Okay, I've already hit just a couple of shots here, so I'm just gonna carry on hitting a few more. Feels nice. Yeah, that's lovely. I think the loft on this is a 7 iron I'm hitting here. I think the loft on this 7 iron is around the 30-degree mark, so it's still a little bit strong. It's by no means stronger than the M2 iron, but as TaylorMade sort of said, the reason they've cranked these lofts lower is because the ball is launching a lot higher. Okay, so they've had to make these lofts a little bit lower to get the launch conditions back to maybe more of a normal launch. Okay, I'm seeing this 7 iron here, even though this is a stronger loft than maybe more of a traditional 7 iron. I'm definitely getting a nice flight, high flight on it. I wouldn't say it's low. It feels very nice. It feels quite hot off the face, but it flights more up there. I'm definitely seeing an ease of getting that up into the air. Be interesting to see what peak height that gets out at. That's a lovely strike. Feels really solid. Yeah, 185 through the air there. That was a bit low on the face, that one. Wasn't the best strike in the world. Yeah, just turned that over a little bit left, but it wasn't the best strike in the world, but that's still carrying at 186 there. So maybe that speed slot just kicking in and that low in the face strike. Let's hit one more. Again, just turn that over a little bit toe strike. Okay, like the look of that. Let's have a look at some numbers and see how that performs. Okay, so let's have a look at some numbers, guys. So we're looking at here, sort of ball speed 126, launching at 17 degrees there. I mean, I personally do launch the ball a little bit lower, so that's about in the right area for myself as for a 7-iron. Spinning there at 5-1, again, I do spin it a little bit lower. That's my natural sort of the way I deliver the club to the golf ball. So again, that's in my sort of normal area for a sort of 7-iron spin. It is, baby. I'd always love to try and get that spin up a little bit more, to be honest, but that is what it is with the way I deliver the golf ball, club to the golf ball. Peak height here, 34 yards at the peak of its flight there, which is quite interesting because that is getting up there a little bit more. You can see some of these on maybe the better hits here. See the ones that finish a little bit straighter. I'm getting up to 36, 37. So that is getting up there. You know, as I say, these lofts are stronger, but that ball is getting up in the air. There's no problems with getting that ball up and flighted there, which is quite sort of interesting, really. Pitching out there at 186, obviously run out is very much ground conditions, but roughly 196 there. So I always work on a carry distance, to be honest, through coaching and through club fitting. But yeah, 183 I'm more than happy with. So quite liking those numbers. Okay, so there we have it, the M2 Tour Iron. It's for me, it's a great looking iron. I think that's going to suit the eye of a lot of golfers because, again, I've probably said this in a lot of my videos. A lot of golfers I get now, you know, they still want that nice sort of look, you know, that clean lines, nothing too thick on that top edge. But at the same time, they do need that little bit of forgiveness if they're just missing the middle a little bit. So this gives you the best of both worlds. So it's a strong iron, it's getting it out there distance-wise. You've got that forgiveness behind it if you're missing the centre of the club. Yeah, when you present it down by the golf ball, it's a very nice looking golf club. It's made, I wouldn't say it's traditional because it obviously doesn't look like a blade or anything like that by any means, but it is more a prettier sort of looking golf club was behind the golf ball. Nice iron, like it feels good. Little bit louder on the sound there, so it's, again, by no means it sounds like a forged or feels like a forged club. It's not a forged club. They're not trying to do that. You know, they've got the PSI Tours, which is the forged section for TaylorMade. That looks after that department. This is more sort of somebody who wants the forgiveness but wants that slightly need to look against the original M2. So yeah, well worth a try here, guys. TaylorMade M2 Tour, very nice looking iron. Yet again, TaylorMade have delivered another what I think is a really good quality looking product and performs well. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and we'll see you all soon.